The mind cannot help you realize what you truly are. This realization represents a complete shift in your approach to spiritual growth. As we watch video after video and listen to various teachers talk about the concept of one and only consciousness that we all are, we tend to create notions of what this consciousness is. We start building mental constructs, and we believe that these constructs will lead us to self-realization. Stop giving in to those thoughts. You have to stop believing that intellectual constructs will help you in this journey. Instead, I invite you to imagine peace and happiness. It may sound counterintuitive, but when you truly understand the nature of realization, you'll see that you cannot intellectually understand or imagine it. You can only experience peace and happiness, not merely think about them. We often imagine how our future will be once we awaken to our true nature. We may even worry about how we will function in the world after such a profound realization. In essence, we fear letting go fully into our home light. It's almost like we are afraid to stop suffering because, in a strange way, suffering has become familiar to us. It's what we know, and we may have found some sort of comfort in it. But you must realize that you do have a choice. You don't have to suffer. You don't have to play the victim in life. Suffering is not the end. It will never lead you to self-realization. When you sit down to meditate or engage in any spiritual practice, you may be trying to reach that imaginative idea of what you truly are. You might attempt to recreate a specific experience from your past, believing that this is the path to realization. But all of that, including the past experiences you cherish, is an imagination. You are chasing something that will never be found in imagination or in belief. We may call it I am consciousness, but you are not consciousness. What you are has no name. It defies labels. Don't identify yourself solely with the concept of consciousness. Consciousness is just a label we've given to what we are. These labels and names are pointers to the truth, but they are not the truth itself. You see, these words and concepts merely arise from the truth. Don't believe the thoughts that identify you with labels. We have also referred to it as awareness, God, I am. But what you are isn't a label or a concept. It's not an imagination. I want you to realize right now that it takes no effort to be aware. Before you even consciously try to notice that you are aware, you are already aware. You can never not be aware. It takes no effort to be aware of thoughts arising in your mind. It takes no effort to be aware of feelings in your body. You are aware of them. You may try to distract yourself from these sensations, but they don't disappear. You may try to resist or avoid them, but awareness of them remains. When you are seeking or looking for yourself, there is probably an idea of what you think you are based on what you have heard or learned. But I promise you, knowledge isn't what you should be seeking. There's nothing you need to know to be yourself. You have been yourself long before you learned anything. Your true nature precedes any knowledge. An imagination of it, a belief about it, is still seeking. There is something you are looking for, obviously. The reason you may not know what you are looking for, and the reason you can't find it, is because you are already what you are looking for. You are searching for something that's already here, within you. You are already what you seek. You will never find it because you were never lost. What you are looking for is that which is effortlessly aware of the activity of the seeking itself. You are watching the seeking happen through thought. You are observing the search, but because you become so absorbed in the act of seeking and start identifying with the seeker, you overlook the fact that you don't have to search because you are already here, aware of the search. If the mind is frustrated or confused right now, it's not you who is confused. You are aware of the confusion. The one who claims to be confused is the self-concept, the mental construct you've created about yourself. When you look in the mirror, notice how you are aware of the body. The person you believe yourself to be is not aware of the body. It's you who is looking at a body when there are thoughts about this personality. You are effortlessly aware of this self-concept, so effortlessly that you believe it to be you, and you forget that you are just aware of it. The self-concept is not you. You have to be willing to see that. You have to be willing to see that you are not the thinker, the seeker, the self-concept. You are the one who is aware of it all. You are the one who is watching thoughts, feelings, and self-concepts come and go. You have to be willing to realize that the one who is aware is the true you. The self-concept is just a construct, a belief, a thought. It's not the true self. But you have to be willing to see that, to truly see it. Be willing to see it and not just think about it. You have to look within, without the filter of the ego, without the filter of thoughts. You have to be willing to see it and not try to understand it mentally, because it's impossible to grasp with the mind. You have to go beyond thought. There is a place beyond the mind, beyond imagination, beyond beliefs, beyond concepts, beyond the story of your life. It's beyond the self-concept. It's beyond time, beyond right and wrong, beyond thought and emotions. This place is aware of imagination and thoughts. Rest there, keep your attention there, no matter what. In the beginning, it may feel like you need to put in effort to not get caught up in the mind's chatter. But over time, you'll realize that it's effortless because it's your natural state of being. No effort is needed. Be careful not to attach to how you think this should feel. If the body is uncomfortable, it's perfect because the body is within you, not the other way around. You are not limited by bodily sensations. You are freed from this world. You are 100% free from it all because everything exists within you. You don't have to focus your consciousness so deeply on the content of this dream. You can rest back in yourself and be free from the self-concept. I'm not saying to reject the content of this dream, but realize that it's a dream. Understand that this place cannot affect what you truly are. You are like space. Nothing in this world can touch you. Just as you can't punch or harm space, nothing in this world can affect what you truly are. Space contains everything but remains untouched. This is the nature of your true self. You are not a separate human body experiencing life. You are life itself. To truly understand and realize this, please ignore your mental imaginations of what I'm talking about. Don't be led by the mind's beliefs about what this should be. Seeking doesn't work. It's not the path to self-realization. You have to see how it's impossible for a thought to realize itself as you, because you are aware of thought. Go beyond thought. There is a place beyond thought. It's a place of pure awareness, and in that place, you'll recognize that you are always there. You don't have to create awareness in the mind or look through the lens of a mental concept of awareness. Awareness is already your natural state. You are always safe in this state, so don't let fear pull you away from it. If the mind is frustrated or confused, understand that it's the self-concept, the one who claims to be confused or the one who's seeking, that is experiencing that confusion. It's not you. The self-concept is not you. You are the awareness of the self-concept. You are aware of the self-concept's confusion, frustration, and seeking. You are aware of the mental constructs, but you are not the constructs themselves. You are the one who is aware, the pure consciousness that observes all of these activities. If the mind is having a hard time understanding or accepting this, it's because the mind can't grasp the simplicity of self-realization. You have to sit with your mind and your body repeatedly, noticing that anything the mind attempts to do will not lead you closer to realizing your true self, nor can it take you away from your true self. No matter what you do or don't do, your awareness of what's happening will always be present. You just have to be willing to recognize this truth, to see it beyond thought and concept. It takes no effort to be yourself. It takes much more effort and energy to maintain the illusion of being someone you're not. So relax, release, and gently come back into yourself. Don't follow the mind when it pulls on you. I know how captivating the mind's stories and imaginings can be, but don't get entangled in them. Instead, remember what you really want. You want to realize your true self, and you are already aware of the mind's stories. It's not the self-concept who is aware. It's you. You are aware of the self-concept's stories, and it's essential to recognize that the one who is aware is the true self. The self-concept is just a mental creation. It's not the real you. So relax, let go, release, and gently come back to yourself. Be willing to drop the seeking, and don't be afraid of letting go. The mind may resist, and fear may arise because it's afraid of your inner light. It's afraid of letting go and surrendering to what you truly are. Remember that you are always safe in this awareness, and the mind's fears cannot touch your true self. Let go of seeking, and you'll begin to see that you've never really lost anything. You've always been here, witnessing the seeking, the stories, and the imagination. The self-concept is not you, and you are not the thoughts or the mind's creations. You are the pure awareness, the consciousness that is aware of it all. You are the one who is watching thoughts, feelings, and the self-concept come and go. You are not lost. You are not separate from the awareness. You are the awareness itself. Don't identify yourself with the seeker. Be the one who is aware. Be willing to see this truth and stay with it, no matter what the mind says or does. Realize that you are not the mind, and the mind is not you. It's just a tool that you can use, but don't get entangled in its stories and beliefs. Beyond the mind's chatter, beyond the thoughts, beyond the concepts, lies your true self. You are already here, effortlessly aware of it all. Beyond the mind's seeking, beyond the stories and imagination, you are the pure awareness, the consciousness that is always present. You are the one who is aware, the true self beyond the mind. In conclusion, realizing your true self is a process that goes beyond the mind's seeking and imagination. You are not the self-concept that the mind creates. You are the awareness, the pure consciousness that is always present. You don't have to make an effort to be yourself. It's your natural state. Be willing to see beyond the mind's illusions and beliefs and recognize the truth of your true self. You are not lost. You are already here, aware of it all. Don't be afraid to let go of seeking and surrender to your inner light. The mind's fears and doubts cannot touch your true self. Rest in this awareness, and you will discover the profound realization of what you truly are beyond the mind's limitations.